thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten and we're at the start of another weekly reading vlog. The last week of January, which means I have this week to escape paws and bookshelves. Now I am up to here. So we just have a few, wait no, I'm up to here. Okay, I'm up to here. So we just have a few to get through. However, there is the dreaded book stack right there that could send me tumbling down, which means I will never be escaping. I don't know what's gonna happen this week. We're gonna roll for that in just a second, but I do know the first thing that I'm going to be finishing, which if you saw the end of last week's reading vlog, you would know that I read half of Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Sean Maguire last night, and I am loving this. This is the 9th book in the Wayward Children series, a series that I clearly love because I'm 9 books in. They're all really short little novellas, and I genuinely love this series so freaking much. And coming back into this book has really made me want to reread the whole series. Now, will I have time to do that this year? Who knows? But it's definitely something I would like to do soon. So maybe, I mean, the 10th book is coming out in February. So I'm probably going to read that. I mean, I say that, it took me a year to get around to this one. Still going to read it. And then what I'll probably do is maybe after the 10th book, do a whole reread of the whole series and maybe have that as my like little side project for next year or something. We'll see, because I've got a lot of series I want to finish this year. So I would like to actually make sure I keep up with that. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we're following Antsy, which is a character we met in the 7th book, saw a little bit of in the 8th book, and now we have this one. And this one is taking place, it's a little bit before the 8th book, and then we continue on from the 8th book in narrative, which I quite like that. I think it's really nice. We see Antsy getting settled at the school, because if you don't know, we do have a school for wayward children. These are children that have stumbled into these portal worlds and then come back but can't adjust to being back in the real world, and so they end up at this particular school. Really enjoy this series. There's something about it that I just absolutely love. It really works for me, so I'm very excited to finish this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be finishing it today. I'm spending time with my partner today, and sometimes I'll sit there and read and he'll do his own thing, and sometimes we like to do things together. We'll see what ends up happening today. It's only 70 pages. This is not going to take me long to finish. If I don't finish it today, it will be the first thing that I finish tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But for the rest of it, I don't know what I'm reading. I do have the bingo board as well. I am really close to getting a bingo on this bingo board. I have put in, I explained this more last week, of loads of extra prompts that have been crossed off because they are ebooks that I have been reading in the background for other videos to my weekly reading vlog. So that means I am really close. I've got one space left, and that space is a spooky TBR backlist book. So a book that's been on your TBR for like 2+ years. I would really like to combine that prompt with whatever I land on. That is the hope. So I've got 3 prompts here before we finish. If I land on either cold word in the title, favourite trope, or 2025 goal, I have a book pre-planned for each of those prompts. If I get timber and I end up down here, I'm just gonna give up and cry. If I get finished, then we'll just read a book that's been on my TBR for 2+ years, which doesn't work for my January TBR. So I think I'm just gonna have to realise the fact that we're not getting to those last 2 books, because I at least want to get a bingo. Is the hope. Let's do this first roll and see what we get. Look, this game has been all over the place for me. Last week it was absolutely lovely to me. The week before that it was awful. So we're just gonna see where this week lands us, and maybe we'll be able to do the one roll and finish it, but I need to get 5 or 6 for that, because I'm rolling a 6-sided dice. I just don't want to get a 4. I will take anything else other than a 4, unless of course I get a 1 and then we follow that with a 3, and then I'll be annoyed. But hey, we're gonna try. We're gonna roll to see if I can get out of this game board. Last week we finished on any bingo prompt, so we're gonna see, are we actually going to be able to get out of this board game? I guess we're gonna find out. Oh my gosh, the nerves. 3! Okay, that's a 3. We can do that. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2025 goal. I feel like we're not quite out yet, so we should do one more roll just to see, are we going to get out or not? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this. Come on, be nice, come on. 6. That is just out of shot, but that is a 6. Oh my gosh, we escaped. Hooray. Round of applause. We did it. Okay, we've got this goal to fulfill. Let me go get the book for that one. We had a win with the board game, failed with me because I forgot to press record, and so I was like chatting all along. I was like, yes, we won, I made it out alive and all of this stuff, and I forgot to press record. Moving on from that, we did escape the game board, which is the first time ever for TBRathon for me, which I'm very happy with. But we did land on 2025 goal, and I did say I wanted to combine it with the last bingo prompt to at least get one bingo across the board, and that is the spooky TBR backlist, where it has to be a book that's been on your TBR for 2+ years. And the book that works for both is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I have had this book since 2022, and this is on my 25 to read in 2025. Now, I could have, for 2025 goal, done what I did last time that prompt came up and went for Rainy's year-long reading challenge, which is a bingo board all about series, which, to be fair, this one could work for because there is a space on there for questionable series, but I'm not sure if that's starting a hang on, let me get it up. Oh, okay, that's continuing on with a series. Okay, maybe not then. I mean, I could do it with friend series recommendation. Is start or continue a series that a friend recommended to you, because my sister has recommended this to me. But this one was a gift from Naomi, so thank you so much. So yeah, so this does work for Rainy's reading challenge, and it does also work for my own 25 to read in 2025, because I've been putting this off for far too long. So that's what we're going to be reading. It does mean that we don't finish out my January TBR. I have 2 books on there which I just did not get to, but that's fine. I am intrigued by this one. The third book, the thing is, the reason why this is a questionable for me is because lots of people seem to love this first book, and then the series, from what I've heard, seems to go downhill, which then worries me. We are following 6 extraordinary magicians, 5 chances to win 1 secret society. So it's once a decade, the world's best magicians are invited to join the elite Alexandrian society. Its members enjoy a lifetime of power and access to ancient secrets, but only 5 places are offered. So after recruitment by the mysterious Atlas, the candidates must complete a rigorous year of arcane study. Libby Rhodes and Nico Devora are inseparable enemies and cosmologists who can control matter with their minds. Parisia is a telepath. Renee understands the flow of life itself, and Callum can manipulate desires. Finally, there's Tristan, whose powers mystify even himself. The rivals must survive their trials, and if they can prove themselves, they will. Most of them. So yeah, so I don't know what to expect from this. I'm assuming that I will probably like this first book. Ooh, there are illustrations. Ooh, oh, I love that. Okay, that's made me more excited already. So yeah, so hopefully I do enjoy this one. It looks like we've got multiple perspectives as well, and oof, this artwork is stunning. Wow, if I'd known it had, you can tell I've not even flicked through this book. If I'd known it had that, I would have been reading this way sooner. Am I that basic? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, and we've got a little short story as well. Okay, well, I am intrigued to give this one a try. It's about time I did read it. So let's see if it works. Look, the last book that I was hesitant to read, I actually ended up enjoying, which again, Paws and Bookshelves made me read. And I did end up enjoying it. Was it my favourite thing ever? No, but it was better than what I thought it was going to be. And so maybe it's going to be the case with Atlas 6. Like I say, it's not actually the Atlas 6 that has me worried, it's the second and third book that has me worried, but we'll see. We're going to be starting off with this book. No, we're not. That is a complete lie. I am lying to you. We're going to be finishing off Misleading Parts Half Known first, and then we're going to be getting stuck into the Atlas 6, and hopefully I really enjoy it. Now look, do I know if I'm going to be able to finish this whole book in 1 week? I don't know, because I do have a few days off work. I've got today and 2 more days off work, and then I'm back to work, but I'm on my late shifts, and as I realised, I tend to read less when I'm on my late shifts, so we'll see. I might be able to get this one done. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Atlas 6, if you've read it, and also if you've continued on with the series, if you actually like it. That is what we're reading for this week. I hope you're all doing really well. Let me know what you've been up to and what you've been reading, and I am going to get started with my day, so I will check back in with you when I have finished Misleading Parts Half Known. I think that's probably the next time I'll check in. Maybe I would have started a little bit of Atlas 6. We'll see. afternoon. It's been a couple of days and it's been kind of busy actually. Yesterday ended up being a rather busy day. We went to Ashford in the morning and then in the afternoon we went out, had some dinner out and everything, and it was really nice. It was a nice day yesterday. But I did also, even with being very busy yesterday, Sunday, I had a lazy day. It was really chilled. I did a little bit of editing, mainly just relaxed. I did quite a bit of decent reading on Sunday. Also played some Animal Crossing and honestly just let myself have a very relaxed day. Kind of like what's happening today, except today I need to get some editing on. I need to get last week's vlog fully edited is the plan. Just to save me from having to edit it before work because I'm back to work tomorrow, so it would just make my life a little bit nicer and easier. But otherwise I don't have a lot planned for today, which is nice. But I have done some really good reading, which I am so pleased with. So I have finished Mislaid Parts Half Known, and okay, look, this is not the strongest book in the series so far. I would actually say it's kind of one of the weakest. I really liked the first half. As we know, I was feeling all the nostalgia for the series and everything, really want to reread the series, and that's still true. However, I will say the last 70 pages that I read was actually repetitive, which was kind of frustrating, and not repetitive from the first half, just repetitive in what happened in this second half. Considering it's only 70 pages is not the best, but I also still didn't mind it. It was this one thing in particular. We end up going to this place and everyone ends up saying their piece about this particular person, which I think is very valid. And then they go away and then they come back and they end up kind of repeating themselves for that same bit, and that's the bit that I feel like, okay, we didn't actually need that repetition in here. Aside from that though, I still really enjoyed this story. It's still one that I'm very pleased to have read. I'm really happy with it. And yesterday, while we were waiting for our dinner reservation, we popped to Forbidden Planet and the 10th book is out. Which technically it's not meant to be out yet, I don't think, but because it's Forbidden Planet, I think they're able to do it on American release date, maybe? I don't know, I could be absolutely talking out my butt right now, but this was available. But on Amazon it says that it's not meant to be released until like February 17th or something, but it was there. And I'm really excited, and my partner decided to get it for me as a gift, which was amazing. So this is Adrift in Currents Clean and Clear, and this one is following someone completely different. So we're continuing on with how the even numbers in this series tend to be backstories, maybe on characters that we haven't met, or sometimes characters we have already met. Could actually be that I've already met this character. I'm not sure, because again, I need to reread this series, so I'm kind of tempted to read this one and then reread the whole series. I mean, they're not long at the end of the day, so I am very tempted to do that. I won't be picking this one up this week because obviously I've got another book that I'm reading for it, but I'm so pleased to have this one and I really can't wait to see where this story is going to go. And I mean, we know I love this series, so yeah, very happy with that. Love this series, so that was great. So I finished book 9. I have book 10. This one is fitting for Rainy's year-long reading challenge, which is the series takedown, and this one is fitting for rep series. Now the representation can be LGBTQ+, it could be anxiety, it could be disability, basically any representation. This series has so much representation in it, it is unreal. And it is from things like transgender to anxiety to OCD to lots of different things, which I love about this series. I love how it represents so many different things within this series. Like, I genuinely love it. So that has fitted for that, which I'm very happy with. That means we have currently done 2 squares on that series, which considering we're only in January, I'm very happy with. Unfortunately, actually going to be able to fit the Atlas 6 in the bingo board, so that's gonna have to come off where it was meant to be for a friend series recommendation, because I thought my sister had recommended Atlas 6, and it's kind of an odd one because when she was first reading it, she did say, oh, it's definitely a series you should read. And then I messaged her saying, oh, I'm now reading this, and she was like, oh no, I didn't like it. And I was like, oh, I thought you did. And she was like, no, it's a kind of an odd one. She was like, at first I liked it, and then I kind of sat with it for a while, and then I just decided, you know what, I'm just not interested in continuing on with the series, so I'm going to take that off. I don't think I'm going to count the Atlas 6 as part of the bingo board for the series takedown, but that brings me on to the Atlas 6, because across the 2 days, because Sunday all I did was honestly just veg. I really didn't do much. I edited one video, I just relaxed. I really didn't do much, and the editing of the video took me 2 hours. So I literally just had a day where all I did was laze around, read, play some Animal Crossing. Like, that is literally all I did. My partner did come around in the evening and we watched some more Solo Leveling, so we're up to date with that series now. That was literally all I did. And then yesterday, after a really busy day out, I did manage to sit down and read for another hour, so I am currently up to page 132, which is honestly more than what I thought I was going to have got read, because I didn't really, I mean, if you think about it, I'm up to 132 and then I read 70 pages. So across the last 2 days, I've read 200 pages, which I'm really impressed with. I really didn't think I'd be reading that much because of how busy I was yesterday, but actually, the reading has been good. I'm going to take you through the roller coaster that I've been feeling with this book. So initially, went into this book, was a bit hesitant, as I've already mentioned, because of the fact that yes, people seem to really like this first book, but then carrying on and stuff, all of that stuff. Then I started it and my first thought was, this is pretentious as hell. Oh my god, it is so pretentious. I have literally just been clobbered with a thesaurus. That is honestly how I felt, because some of it I was like, okay, I get it, I get what we're doing, and you know what, my thought process on this was either A, I'm going to adjust to this writing style and it's absolutely fine, or B, it's just been that long since I've read any dark academia, because some dark academia can be really pretentious, like super pretentious, and I didn't mind it. And honestly, I don't mind it being pretentious, because it's also kind of beautiful at the same time. So I'm gonna read you off a quote. It's not got any spoilers or anything, it just shows you that level of writing that I was experiencing in this book that I just kind of wasn't prepared for, but also should have been prepared for, because I have heard Olivia Blake's writing is really pretentious. We're introduced to one of the characters, because each chapter, it's not chapter titles, it's the chapter name of who we're following, and we do follow all 6 characters. This is the first time we meet Renea. She's thinking about, we're told about the day she was born, there was a fire blazing nearby, and it says, for an urban environment, particularly one so unaccustomed to flame, there was a heightened sense of mortality that day. Fire was so primitive, so archaic a problem, for Tokyo, an epicenter of advancements in both magical and mortal technologies, to suffer something as backward as the unsophistication of boundless flame was troublingly biblical. I kind of love it, but also it's pretentious. But I also kind of love it. But then, as we progressed, I've been finding that it's not really been that pretentious. So I'm wondering, is it just those 2 perspectives? Because some of the perspectives we've got are really not pretentious at all. I don't know, it's a weird mix. I feel like I've either really adjusted into the writing so that when we get the more pretentious perspectives, I'm not noticing it as much, or it's just nowhere near as pretentious as it started off being. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but oddly, I'm kind of liking this. I kind of want to know what's going on. I really want to know what challenges our 6 characters are going to face. I'm really interested to see how the dynamics between this group is going to go. Are they all going to end up being friends? Are we going to have some enemies? Are we going to have some romantic interests? Which I definitely think some romantic interests are coming up, which I'm not sure how I feel. So we'll see what happens there. I definitely think there's going to be some messy drama thrown in, and I am just intrigued. I'm also really interested in the magic system that's going on, how these different abilities work, because we've got Rena has this magical ability over plants and like life itself, and she's really super strong. So I'm really intrigued. Like, the plants call her mother, and I'm so interested to see how powerful is she actually, because she doesn't like her power really. She doesn't like talking about it. Like, she hasn't specialized in it, she hasn't studied it, she hasn't done anything like that, but she is super powerful. So I'm really intrigued to see how that's gonna go, and just like a lot of this I'm very invested in. I will say there have been some things that have happened though that I feel like a bit like, wait, what? For example, this is the last bit. From here on out, I'm not going to talk about any actual things that happen like in the book. This one bit that happened, which is where I kind of finished off, was something that I felt like was weirdly handled. Basically, we've had our 6, they've accepted, they're going to be studying to try and get into this Alexandrian society, and it's their first night in this place, and people have infiltrated it. Pretty sure this is just a test. That's what some of the others talk about, saying, yeah, this is probably just a test to see what can we do, how do we react to these situations, what our powers are like, how well do we work together, that sort of thing. However, what I don't get is why Nico, somebody that is able to manipulate matter, is suddenly getting into fisticuffs with these people, and they're meant to be what they think is CIA agents. So these are extremely trained individuals. Yes, not in magic, but they are extremely trained. And somehow Nico's holding his own in combat, and I'm like, you're at I mean, maybe it's something that we've just not heard of. Maybe he does actually have a past that is a bit more gritty, but also these are CIA agents, and he got shot, and he's like, oh, just shrug it off. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I can't heal myself yet because I can't waste that type of energy, but yeah, I'm gonna punch you. And I'm like, you just got shot in the shoulder. What? But also, aside from that, I'm like, but you have the power to manipulate things. Why aren't you just like stopping the guns? Why aren't you just going, okay, the guns aren't working, Like, why aren't you manipulating them in that way? You have really big power that really affects things. Like, you can cause earthquakes and things like this. Why aren't you using that more? Why are you punching people? I don't understand. And so that, I'm a bit like, I don't get it. I don't get that bit. So that made me question it. So there are some things in this where I'm like, why? But at the same time, I'm still intrigued on the overall storyline to see where this is gonna go. Whether I'm gonna want to continue once I finish out this book, I don't know. Maybe it's something that maybe I'll read on Kindle for like the second and third book, because sometimes those books, like the Kindle pops out with their 99p deals, or normally they're pretty cheap. Maybe I'll do that if I want to continue on with this series rather than buying the books. But yeah, so far I am interested enough to continue on with this series. It's kind of like exactly what happened with The Familiar for me, not last week, the week before, which got chosen for the vlog because of Paws on Bookshelves, which I wouldn't have picked up anytime soon, probably not this year. Same kind of things happened with the Atlas 6. As much as I put this on my 25 to read in 2025, this is one of the ones that I thought I'm probably not going to get to. And then this game caused me to pick it up, so kind of not mad about it, because I am enjoying this more than what I thought I would. I am pleased I waited this long, just so I can go in with a bit more better expectations, because sometimes I do feel like sometimes a book can get so hyped up that I then go into it with really high expectations and then it doesn't match them, and then that bothers me. I went into it a little bit more hesitant, same as The Familiar, and I'm having a decent time, and I feel like it's going to be the same thing. However, I feel like there is something about this that could make me become a little bit obsessed with these characters. I was thinking about this yesterday. We were thinking about how much I really want to reread this series. How I find myself so drawn in to characters in a series, because you can get so invested, attached to them, you spend so much time with them, and that standalones won't affect me always in the same way. Sometimes they can, sometimes it's just due to the writing, the way they've been written is so well done that I'm like, yes, instantly hooked. But a lot of the time, the reason why I love series, which is why I really want to continue on with all the series that I've got, get back into rereading and things, is because genuinely, if I have a group of characters that I really like, I can become so invested, so interested in it, and then every time I read from that series, it's comforting, even if the subject matter is not comforting, because I love the characters, which is what happened with the Wayward Children series. Even with a book that really isn't the strongest in the series, I can 100% forgive it for all of its faults because of how invested I am in the characters, because we've spent so much time with them. So I feel like there is potential for me to want to continue on with the series, even though I know the series isn't as good, because I become invested in these characters, because I am already very intrigued by a lot of these characters, and I kind of like all of them in their own way, and I just really am interested in all these characters, and I do feel like I could become attached to them and attached to this dynamic to see how they all fit together and everything. So I feel like it's a possibility, which I am liking. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. Those are all the initial thoughts. We'll see how it continues. I'm enjoying this. This is better than what I expected, which I'm very happy with. But okay, that is everything, I think, for this update. So I'll check back in a bit. I need to do the editing, as I mentioned, and that's it. Okay, cool. I read a really good chunk of this book yesterday. I am up to page 247, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this. A lot more than what I thought. And okay, honestly, I don't know if that is because I'm currently reading an ebook for Battle Booktuber, and let's just say it's been a struggle. So I don't know, because of that, whether I'm enjoying this more because I'm preferring this book a lot more, and whether that's kind of giving it extra points, or whether it's just because I'm just enjoying this book. I don't know, but I am enjoying this book. So yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Not a lot really. My partner came around for a little bit. We started a couple of other anime. So we watched 2 episodes of Bungo Stray Dogs, which seems interesting. The reason why we watched it is because I was interested in reading the manga, but we decided to watch the anime first to see. I feel like it has potential to grow and develop. If any of you have actually read the manga and that, then please let me know. So far, the first 2 episodes, you're kind of getting introduced to the characters. It's a little bit silly and stuff at first. So we were like, you know what, not bad, not bad. Be interesting to see how it would develop. And then we also watched Tower of God. We've watched 2 episodes of Tower of God, which so far I'm finding a little bit more intriguing right from the start. And that's an older one, apparently. So yeah, so we've been watching that. So that was fun to do yesterday. And then once he left, like honestly, didn't really do much. I did a bit of reading. Leandra had sprints on. It was Tuesday. She has sprints every Tuesday. Reading some of this, playing some Animal Crossing, flitting between 2 different books. And yeah, it was honestly a very chilled day, which is great because I am back to work today. And yeah, this book, I am liking it. I think apart from that one bit that I said to you, like it didn't really make sense, it's kind of been explained a little bit more. I have been enjoying it. Like there have been some really predictable things, but some things that I'm just liking. Like I'm intrigued about the magic system. I'm liking the characters. You can definitely tell some characters we're getting a lot more focus on. So like Libby and Nico, we know the most about. We get the most on their background and stuff. I feel like Callum, Tristan, and Rena, those 3 you know less about. You get less page time with them. Instead, we focus a lot more on Libby, Nico, and Parisia. Those 3 we get a lot more focus in. They get more chapters. They get more page space when we do have those chapters. Automatically, because of that, feeling more connected to them, but I'm still interested in all of them and what's actually going on, and just to see where it's going to progress. So I am liking this. I like seeing the team, their interactions with one another, slowly starting to trust some people, and then others you're really question marking and going, don't know if we can trust you. I mean, all of them have got really powerful powers, but one person in particular feels very dangerous in a way just because of what they can do. Really trying to understand them, what they're actually here for, what do they want out of these things. Are they playing a deeper game? What's going on there? I'm just intrigued to see where this is going to go. It's a really easy read. I'm finding I'm not having to concentrate too much. Like I do need to, but it doesn't feel like there's too much information being thrown at me. Some things feel like they could be developed a little bit more to get more understanding of things. Like it does feel like this magic system doesn't really abide by any proper rules and things. It's not like a hard magic system, but we are getting like some things and learning some things about it, especially like seeing how Nico and Libby are able to use their abilities, the things that they can accomplish, especially when they're working together, is really interesting. I'm really enjoying that. Tristan's ability, which I'm really liking, and I think that on surface level everyone was like, okay, cool, but what can you actually do? Then they're starting to realize what he can do, and it's actually a lot more nuanced, and it's more intricate little things that go with it. And while it may not be as showy as everybody else, it does have a fundamental thing that can work with other people's abilities, which I really like. I just think it's really interesting seeing them all come together and how it's all going to work. I don't know, I just like it. I think it's good. So this is definitely so far a series that I would carry on with. I was looking on Kindle, and the Kindle copy of the second book is like £5 something, but then the paperback copy from yesterday had a deal on and was only £5, so I was kind of tempted to get it because I'm like, you're only £5 and I'm enjoying this so far. But also I feel like I should wait till the end, but also I kind of want it. I don't know how long that deal's gonna last for. I don't even know if it's still available, but I am kind of tempted because yesterday we did also reach 5k. Oh, I'm so surprised that we reached 5k subscribers. I cannot believe it. There are 5,000 of you. That is insane. Like, I'm still getting used to it. So I feel like, you know, treating myself to a little book would be quite nice. I mean, if it's still £5, I'll have a look. Or I might do an order on Books Please. It's been ages, so I might have a look on Books Please as well and just see, maybe they've got a deal going on. I might treat myself to a little book haul to celebrate reaching 5k subscribers, which thank you so much. Thank you. I'm still in shock over it all. Like, this feels like more like, yes, I'm doing it, I'm actually achieving this, we are doing this. And also, alongside reaching 5k subscribers, the Wednesday before this video goes live, I launched Patreon, and that's something I've been working on for months, like months and months. And I've been getting videos ready, I've been getting ideas, I've been playing around with what I wanted the tiers to be, and it's all going live. By the time you see this, it is live. I feel like this year is the big steps to actually take this channel forward, to take it from just a hobby to let's grow, see how far we can get with this, and maybe it can actually be something that I can do as a creator, like a full-time creator. Like that would be the dream. Do I think I'm going to get there? Oh, not anytime soon, hell no. But the fact that we're taking steps to actually take this forward and believing in myself that yes, I can do these things, people actually want to watch this. I mean, like, you're watching this, you're listening to this ramble, it's amazing. So I do just want to say thank you so much to anyone that's decided to join Patreon. And again, do not have to if you do not want to, that is absolutely fine. It's just some extra perks, it's just another way to support me if you would like to. But yeah, oh my god, I feel like this is a good start to the year. We've reached 5k, we're launching Patreon, we're doing all the things. Like, let's go, let's see how far we can take all of this and do it all and stuff. And just thank you so much for all of your support, like it really means a lot. But I think, you know what, I am gonna do a bit of Books Please shopping, because why not? I haven't gone on Books Please in a while. Actually, I was going through a phase of literally once a month ordering off of Books Please. If you would like to order off Books Please, by the way, I do have an affiliate link. It gets you 5% off your order. The only thing I will say about Books Please, so they're good. Most of the time their prices are cheaper than Amazon. They ship worldwide. Pretty sure they ship worldwide. They also just have a flat shipping rate as well. But I will say the shipping is a little bit slow, or at least that's what I found. The last time I ordered from them was before Christmas though, like I think maybe October, November time. So it's been a little while, so their shipping could have improved since then, I don't know. Sod it, why not have a look? So we have, I want to have a look for Atlas. Oh, okay, no, it's a bit more expensive on here than Amazon currently. I don't know if Amazon is still going for £5. But what I do like about Books Please is they do it so that you can get the American covers if you want, which is really cool. You know what, I'm saying all of this, I should probably just screen record so you can see what I'm actually doing. Atlas Paradox, I think is the second one. Yes, book 2 out of 3. Yeah, see, it's still only £5.50 on paperback on Amazon Prime. Let me see, what have I got in my wish list on Books Please? I don't even know. It's been a while since I've looked at this. Oh, Helm of Midnight. This is a book that Abby has been talking about a lot, that she really liked. A Study in Scarlet by Sherry Thomas. This is one that Leandra really likes. Obviously, I have the Veronica Speedwell books. A Curious Beginning I actually already have, thanks to Denise for gifting that to me. We also have a Marie Brennan book, which I didn't know was a thing. I really like Marie Brennan. They are the author of the Natural History of Dragons series, the Lady Trent series, Driftwood, which Danny recommended a lot. It's just annoying because the book, that's the best price I've seen, which is $16.25, which is a little bit more than what I would want to pay for it. And I can't seem to get it available anywhere else. Amazon, again, still pretty expensive, and like Libby and stuff like that, like I don't have a copy of it anywhere. Soulless is another one that Leandra's really recommended to me several times, but I think that one's going to have to be a Kindle series because, again, this is American and it's a bit more pricey to get in the UK. Obviously, I've got the Shady Hollow series I want to continue. Death Comes to Morning House I actually already have on my Kindle. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some shopping. And I'm actually going through and being like, what do I even want? Okay, I think the best thing for me to do is to go with series that I want to continue on in. So we do have the Veronica Speedwell series. I have the third book, which I'm hopefully going to be reading in February. So I would like to get the fourth one, but it just depends. I don't even know what the fourth one is, you know. Okay, it doesn't look like they've got it. Many of them anyway. They do. Okay, so that's £11. I do get, because I am working with Books Please, I do get an extra 20% off. I will add it into the cart, but I will check on Amazon to see. $14.29. So it's $14.29 on Amazon and $11.28. Yeah, so Books Please has got the better price. I do also want to continue on with the Wayfarer series by Becky Chambers. I've read the first two. I've got the third one, which was gifted to me. But then the fourth book, the last book in that series, would be good. So the Galaxy and the Ground Within, that's the last one in the series. So that would be good. I'm just going to add these all into the cart and we'll just see what I end up choosing. We do have the Shady Hollow series, which I do have saved in my wish list, but I need the fourth one because these are series that I really want to prioritize. Yeah, so these are all series that I really want to prioritize this year. Is definitely the Wayfarer series. I would like to try and finish that out. Shady Hollow is one that I want to finish. Dangerous Collaboration. I also have the Miss Marple series and I'm going to be reading A Pocket Full of Rye. These are the editions that I like. So those are the main series that I want to continue on with. Let me actually check my list for my 25 books to read in 2025 because I can see if there's anything else I need to be... Oh, don't move stuff. Okay, no, I think that's it. Obviously, I've got Emperor of the Damned, that's coming out in February. I want that in paperback. Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. I do want that book. That's by T. Kingfisher. I love a T. Kingfisher book. Oh, they don't have it. I'm actually thinking because they're reprinting a lot of T. Kingfisher's books, so we'll see. What I'm probably going to do is maybe those 4 books to continue series and then potentially the next Atlas book, Atlas Paradox, because it's only £5.50 and I am really tempted, but also do I just want to read it as Kindle? But then if the Kindle price is actually more expensive than the book price, that doesn't make sense, does it? I don't know. We'll have a think. I might end up doing that shopping. I guess we'll see in a couple weeks time if I have a book haul, but I feel like that would be a nice little treat to get myself for like hitting 5k, which again, thank you so freaking much for. That was a massive tangent of like little book shopping and stuff, but yeah, oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for everyone that has supported me in this channel and everything, and do let me know whether you think I should get the rest of the, like, if you've read this series, what you think, how the rest of the series goes. I am intrigued, like I do want it because I do like these characters, but I'm also like, should I just wait till I finish this book? Right, that's enough from me. I'm gonna get on with my day. I need to do some lunch, gonna read some more, and yeah, I'll check in with you in a couple of days time, and maybe I will check in to say I went and bought all the books, or maybe I'll be like, I was really good and I didn't buy all the books. I guess we're gonna find out. Obsessed with this book. I've almost finished the Atlas 6. I'm right at the end. Literally, I've got one chapter before I finish this book and then I've got the short story. So I'm gonna plan on finishing this before I go to work today, but I am up to page 502 and yeah, I've really enjoyed this one. A lot more than what I thought, as we already knew. It's not a perfect book. There are moments in this book where it's very repetitive because we get so many different perspectives in this book. They all end up thinking about the same things because they find out the same things, and so they end up discussing it with different people, and so you're gonna get repetitions of the same subjects a lot between different characters. And it's one of those things that normally it would bother me, but kind of doesn't. It's kind of weird because the same sort of thing happened in Mislaid in Parts Half Known, where I mentioned how the second half of this book was very repetitive, but I didn't mind because I've been with these characters for such a long time. It's the ninth book in a series, all of those things. I haven't been with the characters for this long, and yet I still don't mind that it's repetitive. I also don't mind it's really pretentious. I don't mind that we're having really convoluted conversations about time and space because I actually find it interesting. And also I really like the discussions on power and politics, and I just think it's really good, really intriguing. I'm really liking it. I love the twist that happened. Was not expecting that. I thought that was brilliant. And then I had an idea about the twist and then that was proven wrong. Loved it. I thought that was so good. It made me so happy that yesterday while I was at work, I decided to order myself the second book. I thought, sod it, it's still £5.50. I'm just gonna go get it. Why not? It's arriving at some point today and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to continue. I'm really hoping that the second book works for a prompt in Get a Clue, which is a month-long readathon that I'm taking part in. I'm actually co-hosting across February, and I'm just hoping it works for one of the prompts because we don't know what the prompts are. I think that's going to be great. If I can make it work, oh, that's going to be so good. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this. Like, really enjoyed it. I am surprised with how much I've enjoyed it. I'm surprised I want to continue the series straight away. Normally, I am atrocious with continuing series on this channel, and I'm making an active effort to make that a goal for this year. So the fact that I'm actually wanting to continue a series straight away, I'm impressed. I really liked this. I thought it was great. Pleasantly surprised. It's got so many problems with it, but I also just don't mind. I really enjoyed this one. But as for today, I do have work, so I am planning to finish this book and then go to work. I also want to start next week's reading vlog because it's going to be the start of Get a Clue. So today is the 31st of January, and Get a Clue, we can start reading books for it from 12 p.m. EST, which works out at 5 p.m. for me here in the UK. So I'm really excited to get started. I genuinely cannot wait. I think it's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to start that vlog because I know the book I want to read for that. I've got a game plan. I think it's going to work. We're going to see if it works. But yeah, I'm really excited. So need to get started. Want to do that. I was planning to edit a little bit today, but I am ill. Yet again. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I have been finding that just every single time I go back to work at the minute, I'm getting ill. It's one of those things, like, it's been happening since the middle of December and it can't be helped. Like, I don't talk about it much, but I've got no immune system. So I'm on medication that knocks out my immune system because I have multiple sclerosis. Most of the time, it's absolutely fine, and I actually don't suffer that much from having no immune system. However, this winter has knocked me for six. I don't know what is going around at the minute, but everyone is ill, and the problem that I've got is I get my 5 days off. I get 5 days off every 3 weeks, which is lovely. So I get my time off, I rest, I relax from being ill, I recover, go back to work, somebody else is ill, and I get the same damn thing again, and it just keeps happening, and it is honestly so exhausting to keep being ill. So I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to do no editing today, just read my book, drink plenty of hot drinks, relax. I'm not editing tomorrow because I'm spending the morning with my partner before work. Sunday we'll just catch up with all of the editing and things. That's the hope. But then I'm also thinking to myself, what if I'm still not feeling 100% on Sunday and then I've got even more to do? So I don't actually know. I think what I'll probably do is start the next week's vlog for Get a Clue because I'm really excited for that. I want to update Battle of the Booktuber vlog that I've got going on in the background, finish this, and then just see. If I've got time before work, then I may sit and edit for like half hour. I don't know. I really don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm having to juggle making sure I don't feel too ill, but also wanting to keep on top of all my YouTube stuff, which honestly is not like it's stressful for me. It's more just like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of being ill at the minute. Like, God, that's enough complaining from me. I don't like to wallow in things like that because, you know, it can't be helped. So no point complaining about it. To be fair, compared to the first time I got ill with whatever this is, I do feel a lot better. It's definitely not as bad as the first time, which is great. It's just kind of frustrating that it just keeps coming back. But, you know, hopefully come spring, I won't have this problem ever again. That's a hope. We'll see. But yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited for Get a Clue. I really can't wait. I want to talk to you about it all now, but you know, I'm literally going to be doing that in like a couple seconds. As soon as I stop talking for this one, that's the next video I'm going to do. And I'm so excited for it. So yeah, I mean, by the time you see this video, Get a Clue has started. This video is coming out on what, the 7th? So it would have been started for a few days. We would be 1 week into it, but I am so excited. The amount of work Rainey has put into it is honestly phenomenal. I think she has done such a good job. It is so well done. Fantastic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to have Rainey's channel linked below. Have a look. Amazing. I just think she's done such a good job and I'm so excited. So you know what, I'm gonna stop talking now and just go do that up, like start that video, because oh, I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be so good and I genuinely am so excited to finish this. And I'm intrigued to see like what the short story is and like who it is about. Honestly, the fact that I left it on the last chapter of this book was a testament to how tired I was because otherwise I probably would have finished it, but I was pretty tired, so I was just like, you know what, I just want to go to sleep. But oh my God, it was literally 4 pages. What the hell? I could have easily finished that before I went to bed. I will do that now. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Let's go. it's been a few days. I finished this book off as soon as I had updated the last update that I did, except it's taken me ages to actually come on and wrap up this video because, you know, I'm ill again, which is not fun. And I know I mentioned this, but I don't know which vlog I mentioned it in. Like, did I mention it in this vlog and like the last update I did, or did I mention it at the start of what's going to be next week's vlog? Like, I actually don't know. I can't really remember. I finished this. I liked the short story. It's actually like a collection of short stories, but the main perspective we have is Nico and Libby, and I really enjoyed that. Just seeing their banter, seeing them interact with one another, like, I enjoyed that. Then you do get a perspective of each of the other characters, but they're really not that long, and I feel like they didn't really add anything to this. Like, it was fine, but it didn't really do anything. I actually just liked Nico and Libby just because that was funny. But yeah, I finished this. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much more than what I thought I was going to, but we know that. So I'm just going to unbox the next book. You know, I've even had this for a couple days and just not opened it because I've just not been feeling up to doing anything. And now my camera battery's running out, which is lovely. I was not prepared for this update. But look, the Atlas Paradox. So there we go. Oh, I'm really excited for this. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's all going to go from this book into this book. I think it will be really good. Don't know when I'm going to get to read it. Hopefully I can read it in February. If it works for a prompt, that would be great. I'm definitely learning to like mood read a little bit more because of the last few months of being readathons, from Danny's bucket list-a-thon and then going into TBRathon and now Get a Clue. They're all readathons that I don't know what I'm going to get prompt wise, so I don't know what books are going to work. So I have, as a result, been mood reading, kind of. Who knows what I'm gonna get? So I'm kind of getting used to it now. It's kind of fun, which I never thought I'd say because I prefer being a lot more organised and on top of things. And so being told, oh yeah, you're not gonna know what you're reading this month, it's just gonna see what happens, is very much a what do you mean moment for me. But actually it's been really good and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah. Okay, well, I treated myself. I got the one book. I didn't do any of the others, so where we looked at Books Please, I haven't actually ordered any of those, and I'm probably not going to. I've decided I need to wrap up this video. So, as we know, we started off the week finishing Miscellaneous Parts Half Known by Shauna Maguire, which I really, really enjoyed, even though it does get a bit repetitive in the last half of this book. I also can look past it because I just love these characters, so I don't mind that at all. And then, of course, I read The Atlas 6, which I never thought I would actually read. I just thought it was going to sit on my shelves forever, really. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much more than what I thought I was going to, so what do I know? But we are done. I'm going to go over the bingo board, so for TBRathon, the monthly wrap-up, so we'll go over everything I read for that then. Mainly because right now I genuinely don't know where I'm up to. I'll put it on screen. Editing me would have filled in all the blanks and stuff of what we actually finished, which I think, oh yeah, no, that's right, we got a bingo because I did finish Atlas 6 and that was for a book that had been on my TBR for 2+ years, and then it also worked for the last roll in Paws and Bookshelves, which was perfect. I can't believe we actually got a bingo. I genuinely thought that I wasn't going to be able to get a bingo. So I'm really pleased that I did that, and I actually escaped Paws and Bookshelves. So that's been amazing. I really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed having this month-long readathon. It was very fun to do, and yeah, I'm just really, really happy with it. So thank you to Leandra for putting all that together. But I am going to leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. I think if we've made it this far, then let's put a eye emoji for the Atlas 6 if you've made it this far, or you just don't know what you want to comment. And thank you to each and every single one of you that takes the time to watch these videos. I truly appreciate it, so thank you. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do consider giving it that thumbs up, subscribing and commenting. It really means a lot. My social media links and my Patreon is all linked below for you, and thank you to anyone that has decided to join to become a Patreon. From when I'm wrapping this up, technically it's not live yet, so I don't actually know anyone has joined, but thank you if you have. But okay, I will catch you in the very next video.